You can dye clothes this iridescent rainbow pattern with tissue paper. First, you'll need something to dye. We went with this trendy slip dress. You'll also need Spectra bleeding tissue paper, scissors, white distilled vinegar, gloves, a measuring cup, water, soap, a spray bottle, an iron, a bucket or tub, and a flat surface to work on. You're going to prep your clothing item by washing it in soapy water. Next, you're going to combine 4 cups of water with 1 cup of white distilled vinegar inside a bucket or something big enough to place your clothing in. Let it soak in the vinegar mixture for an hour. While that's happening, start cutting the tissue paper into triangular pieces with scissors. The edges don't need to be perfect because they're going to be layered over one another and blend together. You can rip the paper with your hands too, but using scissors is honestly easier. After it's been an hour, take your clothing out of the vinegar mixture, but don't wring it out. Place it on a flat surface, like a table, and try to get the fabric to lie as smoothly as possible. Start placing tissue paper onto the fabric and make sure to wear gloves to keep your hands from getting stained. The tissue paper will start transferring color pretty quickly, so you're going to want to work fast. And as you apply the tissue paper, spray it with water to completely soak it and dye the fabric. Make sure to cover every inch of exposed fabric with tissue paper. For smaller areas like straps, you can spread the dye manually by moving the tissue paper around and blending the dye with your fingers. Once the entire garment is covered, spray everything down one last time. After about 10 minutes, peel off the tissue paper and blend any excess dye in with your fingers. Add more tissue paper to any areas that still need color and blend the dye in. Depending on what you're dyeing, the colors might soak through from the front to the back, like here. If they don't, just flip it over and repeat the process. To set the color, iron your garment with no steam. Hold the iron over each section for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then gently hand wash it with cold water. Finally, let it air dry, and your DIY is ready to wear.